Sanbonan Bafetu. Welcome back to Football Trends with me, OKP. Now, on today's video, Bafetu, we will be looking at the lineup for your Kaizer, just playing up against a team called Tears Galaxy, who have not been having a good form in terms of Firanya. But yes, I understand Bakona and Bank, but obviously, you look at how they are winning their games. It's definitely not convincing in the Bazama penalty, but when we play against teams like this, they tend to be dangerous. Remember, when Stellenbosch managed to beat us, they were not doing exceptionally well. They were not doing so great, but at the end of the day, they managed to beat us not once, but 2 times, home and away. They managed to do exactly just that. Same as is Kukuna United, which obviously is Kukuna. I can give it a little bit, but Nabo, I don't think they are doing exceptionally well. So yeah, in terms of that, we jump to the lineup for tomorrow's Clash Buffet to Siadlala Sasa. I know tomorrow I will not be at the stadium, but on Sunday 26 Naganjani for Soweto Derby, I will be there. Make sure you look for me, and then you find me. If I'm too long, but I will be there. So looking at the lineup for tomorrow's clash, yes guys, I do know Brendan Peterson he's been doing some training, even though he was doing just some light training, but at the end of the day he's training. That means he will be available for selection, which is good, very very good. I'm happy, and some of you even said yesterday you are happy that even Russian Dudley is back, doing some trainings. So that is proper. But I wouldn't want to play Brendan Peterson as of yet. I would still want to stick with Yenage Bruce Vuma. Despite not being happy about his performances, I think it makes sense. It only makes sense until we play Bruce Vuma. And then Brendan Peterson Sizum introducer later on. He's not a player Mengzota, he's a substituter 88th minute and then bring in Bruce Vuma. Brendan Peterson, that doesn't work like that. Obviously you can do it, but come on, it's not something that you need to do. So as I've said, let's play Bruce Vuma. And then we jump to the left back position, which obviously we do have all the players available for a left back position, except for Nkanyu Soshinga. As I've said, he's out injured until the end of the season, apparently. So yeah, we do have Omjitawe Tulapana. I think he's been consistent. He's been doing very, very well. He's been playing Gakulu Gatlumfana. I wouldn't want to necessarily change him because looking at his performances, Umfana, he's definitely shining. And I'm added to the list of players who I feel like they can make it to the national team and do wonders. Because right now, remember, I said Brendan Peterson, and then I said Umamboe, and then I said Umchitalapana, Aiden McCarthy. Now there's 4 players who I feel like should be considered, even if they don't make it to the final squad, but the initial squad should be there. They should be there, those players. Bradley Cross should be on the initial squad of Ibafana Bafana, because definitely Mfana is doing wonders. He's doing exceptionally well, and I feel like he's someone who can help a lot the national team. But we know Umatala tends to think otherwise in terms of Kaizer's players, so that might be the only thing is my chances who the national team. So Bradley Cross Magaidla left back position because he's been doing exceptionally well. We cemented that position. It's his to own. And then we look at the right back. I know guys, I've reported about it. Umchitalapana is not going to be available. Who am I speaking about? Well, I'm talking about Yenage Dylan Solomons, despite contract coming to an end and stuff like that. Yeah, Umchita currently he's been injured, hence we do not see him last game, not even on the bench. So that is the problem that we are currently facing with Omchi Talapana or Dylan Solomons. But I'm hoping that maybe soon Suzombona Buile, because we do need him despite everything else. And then that means we'll have to play with Utabiso Monyane, obviously. And then we do have Rolf Rosler as a backup, and Naibuyile, he's back. He's been training. I'm not too sure if he's 100% that he can play, but it's Mbonile Wamfagile nje benchini. So chances are, if something happens to Monyane, he can be able to come in and fill in that position. And then we look at the left center back. Now, in terms of the left center back, obviously, I'm going to bring in Aiden McCarthy. As I've said, he's another player who has been consistent through, in and out, even though some people might not be happy about him. Before we jump to the right center back, Buffet 2, Ndabaga Inaso Miguel, which is one of the biggest. But you know, because of, I'm a yellow card, he accumulated a lot of yellow cards. Well, I'm waiting to see tomorrow, guys. Is he going to be selected or is he not going to be selected? Because with the information that I received, the new information, he's going to be available for selection, and chances are he's going to play tomorrow. But still, I wouldn't mind playing Umsimango. Even though whenever we play with Umsimango, chances of us getting a clean sheets, they are very rare or very low. So I feel like maybe it's the center back pairing of him and Aiden McCarthy. Maybe we need someone who can try a bit more. Maybe let's say we had Miguel on the left center back, and then on the right center back we do have Yenage or given Msimango. I think that way it would be better. It would work very well. But then, since I'm not too sure whether it's going to be available or not, let's say Yena. When he's available, let's say Yena, Miguel Buffet 2. I wouldn't want anyone else to play that position because he's definitely playing very well. So Inaso Miguel, for me, should be starting. But if he's not available, then definitely given him Simango. We are missing another center back, but definitely it's not too bad or not too shabby. And then we jump to the defensive midfielder. Let's bring in Lebogang Maboya. Even though the last game that we played, it was not that convincing, but yeah, I wouldn't mind playing Yenage Umchitarapana Lebogang Maboya, because he's an incredible player Buffet 2. And then we jump to the central midfield. Obviously, some of you will say, let us start with Unkosampila Ngcobo. But for me, on tomorrow's game, I wouldn't make that mistake. Ngcobo is a slow player, and we understand this. I've been saying it for the longest time. So playing against the TS Galaxy, they are very, very quick. We need to try and make sure that we bring in a player like Undlovu, or maybe we play Ox Lapana being paired with Yenage Umchita or Lebogang Maboya. But for me, I think Ndlovu could do very well. I think he can do very well. Obviously, it's gonna leave Maboya to do most of the work, but depending on the pace that TS Galaxy is going to be using, we can even introduce Oxum Tetra to be paired with Maboya. That is something that I'm yet awaiting to witness. I'm hoping we can get to see that combination. I think it's going to be a very, very nice combination play. And then we look at the attacking midfielder. Obviously, Mduduzi Shabalala. Hopefully, he has regained some of his confidence, because last game he at least managed to score another goal. I believe he's on 4 or 5 goals this season, if I'm not mistaken. So that is good. So we are hoping with at least next game he's going to be there and available and give us what we need. And then we look at the left winger. Obviously, I would have played differently, but I'm just going to go with Tupule Modi, and then I go with Umakabi Ililepo on the right wing. And then last but not least, looking at the center forward, this man has scored back-to-backs so far, and every time a corner we concede first, and then by miracle Siawina. So that is something that I like about Wandile Tubo, and he's fighting by all means to make sure he gets into that position and he manages to score goals, which is something that we all needed. We've been looking for that for the longest time. So I would start with him. I know there's Itosa Ikodaro, I know there's Abu Flavio Silva, but I would start with him. Flavio Silva, last game he came in, he got an assist, which is definitely good. That's what we need from those players who are fit to not do it when if you can be able to assist, do give us the assist. Especially the front three to me. I'm hoping for a lot more than what we are seeing currently, but and by the way, no, never mind, it's fine. Kusasa early before the match. Let us be live an hour before so that we can talk about the lineup and stuff. Peace.